hang tight like ties on the industry advice. I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, have the lights on us. Fires to the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the ties fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, cause she know it. Eyes on the prize just to see how far I go, yeah. Shooting star, yeah, all over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know. So nobody could tell me I'm not wet my way and go, yeah. I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they looking at me like they seen a UFO, yeah.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gun. Shot.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We can look at this Bronco defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season, but boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Here we go.
In motion, the tight end. Now it's Burrow. That'll be caught. It's cut. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Now it's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And a second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. In motion is Chenault. To throw is Jackson. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. An even 90 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Chiefs at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football. 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now 3rd down and very long.
11 MT.
Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Etienne trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Take Bigsby. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Jackson able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Now they can't bring him down. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll let this go deep for Smith-Njigba. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose again. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jackson Smith-Njigba on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's Burrow. They've got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
11. 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. Watkins diving. He's got it. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Screenplay. Here's he. And oh, he coughed it up.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Smith and Jigba in motion right. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. It's only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as they move the sticks again.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give to Etienne running right. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This a 2nd and 8. And they'll go again with Etienne. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. Now a give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Aubrey now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's complete to Baker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Here we go. 11 mighty. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Brian Brzee able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Gun. Stop.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chiefs 21.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Packlj6 set to kick off.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. In motion is Chenault. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. Dot.
Burrow looking to pass. A short throw to Ingram, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primate.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are back within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A give running right, ETN. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now 3rd down and 7. In motion is Chenault. Jackson now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play there for KC. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here we go.
They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
11 Thomas.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Running out of the gun with ETN. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Third quarter action from Kansas City. Second down and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT.
The tight end in motion right. Now it's Burrow. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
A loss of 12 brings up third down.
Tape. 11 MT.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Now that's how you start a drive. Not only do you pick up a first down, you do it on a chunk play. Big yardage, and now you put a little bit of a dent in the confidence of the defense.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Forward.
So first and 10 now from the 30. ETN up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Second down and 6 now from the 26. Another tote for ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Throwing is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or two short. Going for it, here's ETN. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Burrow. He's got a man complete. He's got a first and maybe more. Now he's into the clear again. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
In motion is Chenault. Here's Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now Burrow. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. This is 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here comes 2nd down. Jackson. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A handoff for Etienne. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down. Throwing, Jackson rolling to, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That is Josh Hines Allen working his way in for the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
I'm on, ready? Here we go. Eleven. 12.
A final shot now for Burrow. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Broncos, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I'm finna give y'all another hit. And I just put my drink down. Milan, darling, Milan. That, say poodle, y'all. They run this. Miss she, her black. Designer say Gucci, Prada print. DOE, I'm a condo rich. Big Dolce, Diva, Donda, Tokyo, Honda drip. Poppin' Dolce season, new persona, new pushback, but I'm still gon' get that. Labels quaking, they mistaken. I'm that wrist stay frozen, QG. Let's go, I'ma get. phased, unbothered, with a boo, why bother? I'm that, you ain't no. I'm a get money type of, if you ain't getting money, don't type me. Crocodile Birkin might bite him. Can't hang with her if I don't like it. These, I come through and it be crickets. I come through and moose be switching. I'm the problem, I'm the villain. I don't see these rickshaws throwing dirt on my name and he gon' hit still. Know who to play with, and these know who to play with.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Menu narration option is set to off.
Mile high, got me over here, but hear the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them things that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want to pick at a litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback gorillas, going 8-8, and you know ain't nobody. What up?
Showtime, yeah, this is the big. Fellas are Cinderellas, I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. It's all bark, we all bite.
You gambling with your life? Let's roll the dice.
Piece of problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Legendary.
Open the wide.
Something like
I just pull up with a few.
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what? That.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is just take your money.
Hip-hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I breathe on. Got the killers in choir all singing my theme song.
I could never do this alone. Still Dre, still on top, still got it. The Sonic still iconic, they still the product. I seen the money coming, I showed you that I'm a prophet.
And I'm riding shotgun in case get out of pocket. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop and keep a lawyer on retainer for depositions and dockets. Back to the topic in case you forgot it. Anonymous head bobbing, baby, keep that popping.
Baby, I'm just trying to get
Legendary.
open the wide.
Something like
I just pull up with a few.
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what? That.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlene. One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect, I don't need nothing on me. The Father may wait for me, bitch, just like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings, they on me. They rain, yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. This sound like he drumming. I reach on my goals like my nephew be dope. Back on the rims, riding on rims. Came in all black to that, I came back to my to that ripping no Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Averix on me, I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra, I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a lead, my is hard. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. My bag on God. Back in my duffel, don't fear no opponent. You know I'm gon' hustle like rubber band on it. Counting my blessings, I'm laughing like Jonah. You don't wish me well, I guess you don't know me. Got all these like Malcolm and Sadie. That's word to my mama, tatted on my body. My left arm, they ain't left arm, they still doing harm. Bodies on bodies, cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Groom for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you still feel obliged. Bounce on these, I learned from Sanaa. Back in my bag, and it's big as a duffel. With blessings on blessings, I came through this struggle, I'm back.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God.
Yeah. I came through the rain and I came through the thunder. I pushed through the pain, I'm laughing at summer. My head was way hotter, I feel like a starter. Escape with my truth, I came back like Nirvana. Road is all rocky, it's nothing I real. Go back to back, baby, can't no one here see us. Stomach it all tied, look like a Leah. Went back and forth and back, just like a cornerback. Yeah, you got veins, I respect whole veins. Tell them get low, man. Just flying high, I gave them low, man. Super the color the whip. Culinary on my wrist, cooking you, I ain't forgot what you did. State of it all, eventually falls. Frequency, this is the ship, I'm home.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God.
named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And here we go at Mile High. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Smith and Jigba going to motion over left. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First down, here's Lamar. Bails out of the pocket quick. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On second down, it's Etienne. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Man in motion here. Now Jackson on 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Johnson with the pick. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped. Drive, the coverage impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
ETN again. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
ETN on 3rd down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. They're on a stop. Larry Ogunjobi. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Yo.
They go right back to ETN. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. They kick the running back in motion. Jackson now on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
180. Report.
They've got a man in motion. Jackson's going to go on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Gay's kick is good, and that will get them on the board.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Yaya Diaby brings him down. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the one. If you're fighting the good fight, he even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. No return on that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's a catch, Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's going to be blocked down at the 23-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Trying it right side with Etienne. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. And they send a man in motion. Jackson looking to throw. Etienne on the catch. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
And again, it's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up third down.
Third and long for him here. Into the hands of Kittle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Working quickly here.
Gain of 17 yards. It's fourth down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Complete, it's Cooper. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on fourth down. Offense set for a 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Lamar now from the gun. The back grabs it.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Right on the doorstep now. Here's 1st and goal from inside the 1. Bigsby does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
They run it again with Bigsby. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos looking for a score before halftime. They've held them out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Gonna keep this one and go. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Bronk, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sidelines, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Schultz. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got Brown on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. So it'll be second down. Back to the air, Mahomes. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or two short of that 25. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He's throwing deep to the left side. And he sails that one over the end zone.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Again, Mahomes to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing again, Mahomes. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Another throw for Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. They sent it out to New York just to be safe, and the folks there saw enough to change that call. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. got a man. Robinson has it. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Butker with the extra point. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Rager with the return here. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he's all the way up across the 40 before heading out of bounds.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
First down, here's Lamar. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long. He's back to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And a fair catch made here at the 17. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Another carry for Robinson. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. They're now set for 1st and 10. Staying with Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That's A.J. Epinesa on the tackle. Third down, it's Mahomes. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Trying to force one through there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha, it's hot.
From the gun, Jackson. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Benjamin St-Juste picks it off. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. 1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's Robinson. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. That's into the hands of Moore. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catches on the roster.
They got a handful on the play, now need a handful more, 5 yards on 2nd and goal.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Again, left side, here's Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Play action, Mahomes. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead.
14, Broncos 10.
Butker on now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass to far more than a modest gain.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. On 1st down, Jackson. That throw finds Kittle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Motioning him from the slot right. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Receiver in motion, headed right. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Broncos will have a first down. Running it here with Etienne. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Etienne again. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
He tries to sneak it, and that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Changing it up here, Jackson. We've got a screen to the running back. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Middle.
A give right side, here's Bigsby. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. It'll be a gain of only 1 on 2nd, so that brings up 3rd and goal from the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Again, it's Bigsby. And he gets in, touchdown! The Broncos take a 4th quarter lead. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score, don't let it go to 4th and goal, and he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos push their lead to 3. Aubrey now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. left is Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Handoff now to Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense up to the line fast. Third down give to Robinson. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Falcons trail by a field goal. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. He'll look to throw it. It's caught. This is Lad McConkey. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. To throw. This is complete to Schultz. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he's brought down for a loss. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
All I can tell him there is good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they can just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Able to get it to Moore. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Putting a receiver in motion. Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Man in motion here. Back to throw. Finds McConkey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So it's a win for the Broncos. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.
Do what I should, like. Point, baby. Do what I could, like. Point, baby. Do what I should, like. Point, baby. Do what I could, like. Point, baby. Do what I should, like. Point, baby. Do what I could, like. Point, baby. Do what I should, like. Point, baby. Do what I could. I ain't never represent, baby. Ain't do no wrong. I can plead a good for you. No, I know right from wrong. 'Cause I wanna make it. So nasty. I'm $1 million baby. Don't ask me. Oh, hell no. You rip my city so damn long. Just still don't notice me. Sound next. Oh, VA next. What they next. Running up the check. See you back. Mama, she a diva. No matter what happens, she cannot come between us again. I know we're better than friends. I turned up Queen's Gambit. Showed around my friends. Try to pick some energy up. It don't matter. I know you haven't moved on. If you tried, I don't believe it, baby. I know you lied all night long. What you mean I changed? I stay the same. Had me losing my mind. Said the city is mine. I ain't never represent, baby. Ain't do no wrong. I can plead a good for you. No, I know right from wrong. 'Cause I wanna make it. So nasty. I'm $1 million baby. Don't let me. I ain't never represent, baby. Ain't do no wrong. I can plead a good for you. No, I know right from wrong. 'Cause I wanna make it. So nasty. I'm $1 million baby. Don't let me.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours It's like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics riot in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
ice cream, my shanty playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. On my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Say the grace for me.
Say, boy, what you want? Get that, get that, get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his out. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows. When I play with him like that, I think he knows. When I say to him like that, he's wrapped around my pinky finger, watching the way I move. More power than on, and he knows it's true.
That ultra ground move, riding in the good, not you. Tighten up, you a lose. I approve. I bet, I stamped and approved. Straight ultra ground, make all your haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come get the wish list. They come get the wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come get the wish list. They come get the wish